Today I want to talk about some of the changes that I've noticed since over the past year, since I've taken up meditation, and they've all been very positive changes in myself, and I can only attribute them to meditation because it's really the only significant change that I've made in my life. I have definitely noticed that I have become much more compassionate, and that my outlook on life, on just living things, on all of life, has significantly changed. I think my last two videos were about ants, and the interesting thing about it was the awareness that I had taken off of that was kind of an astonishment and a compassion for the ant itself. You'd have to watch that video, but in that video I basically had just watched these ants take their little larvae egg things and stuff, and were traveling off with that. But the awareness came from the compassion for the ants situation, and that just wouldn't have happened before. I'd have just taken out the raid and and sprayed them a couple years ago. I would have just said, oh gross, and spray. But I've noticed that my perspective has changed quite a bit, and I can only attribute this to meditation. And so I was doing a little bit of studying on that, and came up with some interesting scientific studies where they've actually shown that there is some physical changes in the brain, and that also that you are accessing certain parts of the brain that aren't normally accessed in the way that they are accessed during meditation. So again, I thought that stuff was very interesting, that it's not just my perspective, because I could always just say that I was under the illusion that I had gone through some changes, but I hadn't actually gone through any type of changes. But there does seem to be very clear-cut scientific evidence that there is a change going on in the makeup of the brain for the this, because of this meditation practices. So you can almost look at it as an exercise for your brain. Also, I would also say an exercise for your mind. I don't consider them the same thing, but if you do, it's still an exercise for that. So I don't see anything negative that could come out of that, and I don't know why that it's just not brought out more in our society. So anyway, I'm going to leave a couple of interesting links. One of an interesting little video, and a couple of other scientific stories that basically kind of show some of the positive things that meditation is doing. And hopefully I can get some people that maybe don't meditate to at least try it. And I can tell you from my own experience that there will only be positive changes that will happen in your life if you do take up meditation. Anyway, that's about it. So again, thank you for watching, and take care.